Hi folks, the Filipina P here. And did you know that over half of men under 40 haven't even approached a woman in the last year? It seems like men are just avoiding the whole dating scene. But why? Well, everyone has their theories, so I'm gonna ask both sexes and see what the problem is. Are men afraid to come up and talk to women? Or are they waiting for women to show interest first? Or maybe they're just done with the whole mess. Do you walk up to a woman and ask her out, like in person?
We are a little bit shy to do something like that.
Okay.
But I think that the woman likes the man who can do something like that, because not everybody does something like that.
Oh, okay. But why do you think men are saying it's hard to get a date nowadays?
I think that the men are they doesn't have like a really good confidence, so they think that maybe she are going to tell me no.
Okay.
So I rather to don't ask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I take the risk.
You take the risk. You're a risk taker. Okay.
Yeah.
Do men just walk up to you and ask you out?
It happened before, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're that bold?
Yeah.
What's their opening line?
They're not really original. They kind of like say a lame, cheesy pickup line. Probably the basic one where it's like, "Did you fall from heaven because you're an angel?" or something like that. I like that one.
Did you fall for it?
Yeah, I did before.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
unfortunately.
Do you guys ever call you, or is that
Sometimes,
a
yeah.
thing here? Oh, okay. What do they do?
Yeah.
Like whistle?
Yeah, like I've had a guy like whistle at me. I've had someone bark at me before. That
Bark?
was weird. Like
Bark?
a dog. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. Yeah, literally, it was so weird.
So what did you do? Did you run?
No, I just looked at him crazy and walked away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think he's mentally stable?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
Okay. I
don't know.
All right. Alrighty.
Daytona, who knows?
Oh yeah. How do guys usually show interest in you?
If they really like you enough, they'll probably buy you like flowers or food or something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Or sing to you. That's pretty cool.
Sing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same thing in the Philippines. We still sing parts of it, like
Yeah.
serenading.
Yeah.
Do people still do that here?
I mean, I have a friend, her boyfriend sings to her all the time, so I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Aw, that is
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think in this day and age, is it easy to find the right person like your... No?
I wouldn't say so, no.
How so? There's like social media, it's easy to...
Yeah. Well, I think honestly, social media has kind of ruined like dating.
Yeah.
Because you're so like obsessed with like what other people are doing and like what your partner's doing, and you can't really just live in the moment.
Okay. Do you think women stand a chance of finding or marrying the guy that they really want, or they just settle?
I think they settle.
They settle?
Yeah, since it's so hard to date nowadays, I think
That's kind
just so
of...
they can be married.
That's kind of sad, just
Yeah,
to settle.
I know, a little bit.
Okay. Well, would you settle? Or just look for that Mr. Right?
Honestly, I used to want to settle, but now I really want to find the right person, so I'm going to take my time. If it takes like 20 years, then that's okay.
Okay. Do you guys walk up to a woman and ask them out in person on a date? Is that a normal thing nowadays?
Back in the day, yeah.
Back in the day?
Back in the day, not. I don't know if that happens anymore. I got a 16-year-old son. He meets he met his girlfriend through Snapchat. It's more consumable. Like you swipe left, you swipe right, right? That's the way that the world works.
Okay. What about love letters, writing a poem, not that kind of stuff?
I feel that that's kind of gone. The chivalry has gone out of.
It's
out of
dead?
dating. There's less risk if you're approaching someone online. If you do it in person, you get shut down, the ego takes a hit, and some folks don't like that.
Do guys ever just walk up to you and ask you out?
Yes.
How do guys usually show interest in you?
Physical touch, I think, probably.
Physical touch? And you're okay with it?
Sometimes, depends who.
Depends on how cute he is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish there was just like back in the old days, like how they're like sweet.
Sweet. Guys aren't sweet anymore?
Well, they're sweet, but like I wish they were just like chivalry or.
Okay.
Like I wish that was still a thing.
Aw.
Yeah.
We still do write love letters though. We're kind of
Yeah.
old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Is that how you want to be pursued?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Love letters? How about chopping wood? It's not
Chopping wood?
Yeah, chopping
What is
wood.
that?
Well, in the Philippines, Usually, well, we cook our food using firewood.
Yeah.
And then, as a guy, if they're trying to pursue a girl, he'll show up to their house and chop wood for the family.
Oh.
Or fetch the water because not all of us have running water.
Oh, wow.
And they sometimes do sing.
Sing?
Yeah, like
Wow.
serenading.
Wow, I didn't know that. I've never
Yeah,
heard of it
yeah. In some parts of our country, they still do that, but it was a big thing back in the 80s or before.
Yeah.
What if a guy shows up in your outside of your window and then starts singing, serenading you?
Like if I saw that in a movie, that would be really cute. But if that actually happened to me, I feel like that would give me an ick.
Okay, but what if he's really, really hot though?
I'd probably give him a chance then.
Okay, so it depends how hot the guy is.
Yeah, it does.
Do men walk up to you and ask you out on a date?
They're just like not as confident as they used to be back in like the 90s, say.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So men back then,
They were just more masculine. Like they were real men back then. I totally value the commitment of a marriage. But I don't think that's a big value anymore to a lot of women.
right. Do you think women are marrying who they want or they just settle?
I think they settle and they settle for financial comfort.
Okay.
And they also aren't looking at it like a long-term commitment.
Oh, it's like a startup husband and
Yeah,
then move on to the next
Yeah,
big fish?
oh, that was just your starter husband.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Do you ask a woman out in person, just like walking right up to her and then ask her out on a date?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Okay, so do they say yes?
Yeah, most times.
Most times? Okay. Do you have like a pickup line or?
No. Usually if I go out, I'm playing at a spot. I'm a musician, so it's a little easier. Guys don't know how to ask women out anymore because everything's social media now.
Oh, okay.
And it's a lot easier to just go online and swipe left or right and hopefully somebody messages you back.
Okay, so they no longer do the old-fashioned way?
I don't find like when I'm out, I don't see guys hitting on girls that often or going up and talking to them that much.
Not anymore, even at bars?
Even at bars, usually they've met online and they're meeting up at a bar.
Wow, that's sad.
It is.
So how do you show your interest to a woman?
No, I just go up and I ask if they're single.
Okay, yeah, of
I'm not
course.
gonna-
We have
if,
to.
If they're not, then just move along. Ask if I can buy them a drink, and then talk with them. If they're not interested, then I don't push too hard.
Okay. What about love notes or I don't know, sending flowers? Is that is it a thing here?
I haven't written a love note since high school. So.
Oh, okay. Do men just walk up to you and ask you out?
No.
Do you wish they would?
Some of them, yes. A lot of people say I'm very unapproachable.
Is that true?
I don't think so.
What if the guy is cute? Would you say yes?
Yes, no, 100%.
But what if not?
Then no.
No? So it depends on how hot the guy is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How do guys show interest in you?
Most of the time, they'll just ask me for my Snapchat. That's
About
usually the
flowers, poems?
go-to. I wish, but no.
No? Guys don't do that here?
No.
Oh, we have it good there in the Philippines.
It's America.
Yeah, I used to get love letters when I was in high school and college.
So did my grandmother, and
No.
then it died.
How about serenading? Is that a thing here?
No, but I'm happy it's not. Because I don't know how I feel about a guy coming up to and singing to me.
No?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Do you think it's still possible for women to marry who they really want or they just settle?
I think it's still possible.
Possible?
I think it takes a certain type of person, but I do think it is possible. Because I feel like a lot of people now do kind of not get lazy, but they just want to settle. But personally, I would wait until I find the right person.
Is it a normal thing for guys here in America to just walk up to a woman and ask her out on a date?
I wouldn't do a pickup line. Pickup lines are terrible, but just go up and be yourself and just say, "Hey, I saw you from over there. I thought you looked really pretty, and I just wanted to know your name." I would start there, like ask her name. Depending on the setting, if you're on the beach, maybe you could buy her a snow cone or something.
Okay.
If she's down for that, I don't know.
Okay, have you done that yourself? Walking up to a person that you think was cute and...
Oh yeah, I guess I have, and I got her number, but then you have to first with social media, they're gonna look you up. They're gonna add you on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much that goes into this before they find out if you're okay to talk to or not, or if you're just being strange.
Well, that's kind of different because in my culture, yes, we like the guys to come up to us and actually ask us out in person. But most of the guys, the Filipino guys, kinda have a different way of asking us out. They'll ask their friend to pass a note or write us a love letter, that kind of stuff. So it is different.
So you have to chase.
Yes.
Yeah. Girls
Because-
like to be pursued, I think.
I know. But do guys pursue women here? What if they said, if you ask... Here in America, if the girl says no, would you guys persist? Would you ask her out again, second time?
No, I don't think so. I think if they said no, you gotta leave that. You gotta leave that alone at that point.
Really?
Because, because they clearly don't want anything to do with you. Then you just gotta respect that.
Have you ever asked the parents of this girl that you want to date their daughter?
I think the only time you ask the parents for permission is at the marriage stage. But when you're dating, usually you don't meet the parents right away. No.
We're doing it wrong, ladies. Because the first meeting, if we have our boyfriends, present them to the family because this is your potential son-in-law.
Yeah, you only do that if you're serious. If you're just dating, just feeling it out, you don't meet the parents till later down the line.
So when you guys say dating, is that an automatic thing that you guys are doing the wonka wonka?
I mean, or it could just be this going out to get something to drink, going out to get something to eat.
Do guys walk up to you and just ask you out on a date, like in person?
Dates not so much, but they'll ask to buy me a drink or what I'm doing. I think romanticism's a little dead.
They don't just walk up to you and say, hey, I think you're cute, let's go out on a date. They don't do that anymore?
Rarely.
Rarely?
Yeah.
Do you wish they would?
Depending on their approach, sure, yeah.
What if the guy wanted to date you and went to your parents instead of you? Like asking your parents to date you?
I'm an adult, so it's a little much. Don't bother my mom. Don't waste her time. So is that the case for you?
Yeah. Whether I like it or not, they have to go to the house and ask my parents' permission.
Even if you don't live with your parents?
Yeah, actually one of my exes did that.
Was it sweet? Did you find it endearing?
No, I mean, it was when I was younger,
Right.
but lately it was not because he was trying to win me back and
And he was using your parents to do it?
because he knows our culture. He tried to use my parents and my siblings, my brothers, almost like trading me for piglets and a few sacks of rice. Because he was trying to get in touch
Wild.
with me. Yeah, and some Filipino guys do that as well. Some Filipino women, we actually like when the guy is asking us out in person, but it's a protocol almost for us to say no.
Okay.
Because we play the
hard to get?
Yeah, because
And then they have to ask you what, at least twice?
twice or three times. We say we're traditional, but if we're into the guy, we sleep with the guy the first night. Like,
Okay, so that's not out of character.
yeah, so.
That would be out of character for me, just to set the record straight.
Okay, so do you think that women still stand the chance of finding their Mr. Right, or they just settle?
I think a lot of women settle. I've seen a lot of my friends settle. I've seen a lot of my family settle. I've seen my parents settle. It's icky to me. It's not going to last. That's why divorce rates are so high. I refuse to settle, but that doesn't mean that I haven't seen a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
Yeah, it hits home very hard because in my culture, I am a leftover. I am in my mid-30s.
What does that mean?
If you're not married
By a certain age?
certain age, like 25, 26, 27.
Okay.
Especially if in your 30s, you're a freaking leftover.
Oh, we can be leftovers together. Fuck 'em.
They would think that something's wrong with me because no
you're single
guy.
at your age.
Yes. Especially, it's like stereotyped in the Philippines. Once you started dating a foreign guy, regardless of the race,
Yeah.
you have to marry the guy right away.
Like what time frame?
Right away, within a year of meeting the guy. My uncle told me, like, nobody's gonna marry you, nobody's...
What's stopping you from approaching them? In your personal life, you've never approached anyone?
No, because it's
Oh.
still instilled in my head. Like it's a freaking like wrong. Because we're gonna be crucified in my country.
All right, well, you're here now. You can do whatever
I
the
know,
fuck
but
you want.
true. But my mom is in there. She's in there. Is it still a normal thing for guys nowadays to approach a woman in person to ask the woman on a date?
I think it is. I think it's very normal.
Well, let's say you're asking me on a date. What would you tell me?
You got some beautiful eyes.
Aww.
You look like you Filipino. I'll probably say, I don't know, it's something.
Something? Okay.
Yeah, something like that. I like your dress. Like, I
Thank
comment on
you.
the dress or whatever it is.
Why do you think some men are afraid to ask women on a date in person?
I think social media has made it harder for men to approach women because, or it could be the face. Maybe like a lot of women look like they don't want to be bothered.
Okay, so let's say hypothetically, you saw this woman and you wanted to date her, but you found out that she wants you to sing her a love song at night outside her bedroom window. Would you think she's weird? And
Hell no, I would not think she's weird.
that wouldn't creep you out? Like, lady, we're just dating. Why are you wanting me to?
Nah, I mean, I would feel like she's very interesting. So it feels like a challenge. It feels like I have to do this thing in order to get her. It's more of a challenge, which that's what we like. I feel like men like challenges.
Do men just approach you and ask you out on a date?
I would say yeah.
Okay. Is that a normal thing here in America? Are men are just that bold?
Yeah, I think they are.
Okay. How often do you say yes?
I don't think I have.
Why not?
I don't know, not the right setting.
Oh, okay. So where's the right setting though?
That's a good question because I don't know. I just feel like I'm just too felt to know. It's been like at the gym.
Okay. But what about if the guy was cute? Would you say yes?
Maybe.
What if he's not?
Then no.
No? So it depends on
Yeah.
how cute the guy is?
Yeah.
What about compliments and flowers and chocolates? Are you
No,
into that?
That's too much. Yeah.
That's too much? How about serenading?
No. I'm simple.
Do you walk up to a woman and ask her out on a date, personally? Is that a thing here?
I've never personally approached a woman and asked her on a date. I wouldn't go up to a woman in a social setting.
Why not?
publicly.
Why not?
I'm just not an outgoing person like that.
So how about this, hypothetically? Let's say the woman you want to date, you're into her.
Okay.
You found out that she wanted you to come over to her house, meet her parents, and write songs for her. Would you do it, or would you just say no and you're gonna slowly back out and I'm sorry, sayonara, see you later?
I think if it was the right girl in my mind, she checked off the boxes, I think I would do whatever was necessary.
Really? Even doing her plumbing in their house?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. That's part of it.
Okay. Yeah, plumbing is very important. You have to take care of that. How did things get so complicated? Now, I'm not disputing the data that says men aren't approaching women anymore, but almost everyone I talked to said that the ladies are getting hit on, even though social media seems to be the safest way to ask a woman out these days. This swipe and click culture might be part of the reason why 20% of the men are getting 80% of the dates, and why women seem to base a lot of their choices on a man's looks. If he's cute, he's welcome to approach. If he's not, then go away. But most surprising of all, they want more masculine men who are old-fashioned in their approach to dating. Romantic men who'd actually write them a love letter. And many of the guys seemed open to the idea of returning to a time of chivalry. But what are the women offering in return? Are they willing to assume their traditional roles too? Yeah, right. Until they do, your best bet might be a place like the Philippines, where we actually appreciate a masculine guy with a romantic heart. And yes, we're willing to be feminine in return. As long as you don't mind asking our parents if we can date ya. Well, that's it for this episode, and I'll be back in just 3 more days with your favorite segment, Mailbag Friday. Till then, folks.
If you think about it, I'm kind of like a pirate, helping you navigate the tricky waters of Filipino culture and dating, and telling you how to find your first mate. Are you gonna listen to just anyone? or trust your Captain P to lead you to the booty. And you best be hitting that like button, subscribing to me channel, and hitting that notification bell, or I'll shiver your timbers and cut off your jib. And while we be sailing, why not feast your eyes on me other videos too? And yes, I'm a real pirate. I've got the sunken chest to prove it.